Good morning. What an impressive crowd. Thank you all for coming this morning. My name is Laurel Benson. I'm the President and CEO of Volunteer Calgary. And I would like to start off by saying welcome to all of our amazing nominees who are with us this morning. Welcome also to their nominators, our member organizations, friends and sponsors of Volunteer Calgary, and the members of the media who joined us here today. Before we start, I would like to encourage you to take a look around at this beautiful facility and to make yourselves comfortable in those wonderful seats. I know they're very comfortable. If only they could put those on airplanes as well. We are so thrilled to be here in this fabulous building and would like to extend our thanks to Cardel Homes for making such a first-class facility available to nonprofit organizations like Volunteer Calgary. Just to give you a little bit of background on this facility, which I understand is quite new, about 6 months old, the Cardel Theatre is managed through the Cardel Foundation and is part of Cardel Homes' ongoing community investment. Cardel offers this theatre free of charge to nonprofit organizations, charities, and community groups. And business users or those that charge for events are able to book the venue by making a cash donation to the Cardel Crisis Housing Fund in support of the YWCA. So I know you'll all be looking to book this venue shortly after this event. Visitors to this theatre are asked to reflect the same community spirit by bringing a non-perishable food item, which would then be donated to local shelters and food banks. Through this ongoing initiative, they are able to collect an average of 300 pounds of food each week. So please give yourselves a round of applause for bringing your donation this morning. When people accuse me of having one of the best jobs in our community, it's impossible for me to argue with them. Working with Volunteer Calgary and celebrating the important contributions of volunteers in our community is such a pleasure and a privilege. And I'm thrilled that each one of you has taken the time to join us in recognizing all of the qualified nominees for Volunteer Calgary's 14th Annual Leadership Awards. Each year, we receive an overwhelming response to our call for nominations. And each year we are both impressed and inspired by the stories of people who give of their time year-round, helping to create and maintain our strong and vibrant community. This year was no exception. Volunteer Calgary received almost 130 nominations, and we are thrilled that so many of you are able to join us here this morning so that we might acknowledge and thank you for all your volunteerism and your commitment to our community. The Leadership Awards celebrate volunteerism in 8 categories, ensuring we celebrate the diverse and numerous ways that volunteers and volunteerism impact our community. As you will see today, nominees are old and young, individuals and groups, human and not so human. If you took a good look around this room, you may have noticed a few guests that are a little furrier than the rest of us. So to get things started this morning, I'd like to begin with our Volunteer Animal Award. Since its inception 3 years ago, this category has been one of the most interesting and surprising of all awards. This award recognizes an animal that demonstrates, who demonstrates, the spirit of volunteerism through his or her active involvement and contribution to the community. I think you'll agree that all the nominees this year have had a heartwarming impact on our community. As I call out the name of each nominee, I would ask each of them, accompanied by their handlers or owners or whomever their special human friend is that they brought to accompany them today, that you would make your way up to the stage. And so the entrance is through this door. Don't go through that door, because I don't know where that goes. But this door will take you up on stage. And I'll ask that you all join us up on stage, and that we hold our applause until everyone is on stage and we can applaud them all at the same time. So, and I'm seeing that everyone is very well behaved. So we did have a cat in the midst of being nominated as well, and maybe that was for the best that he didn't show up this morning. So we've got a number of dogs. So all of the nominees, I'll be reading out all the nominees, but as your name is called, please join us on stage. Bracken the Black Labrador, Joey, our Boston Terrier, Logan, an English Retriever. Come on up, everybody. Lola, a Great Pyrenees, Orbital, a Yellow Labrador Retriever, Sawyer, a Rottweiler, Smokey is our British short-haired cat, and Tangus, a Shiloh Shepherd. And I understand that one of our nominees dressed up in his tuxedo and actually brought his friend who also wore a tuxedo. So I didn't realize this was a black tie event, and I apologize for anyone who's feeling underdressed, but thank you for the effort. So they're still coming up. We'll let everyone get settled. Is that everyone? And yes, you get your cameras out for your photos. Oh, hello. So if I could ask everyone to join me in a round of applause for this year's 2010 Nominee in the Animal Volunteer category. This is our cat owner with no cat.
Thank you. Keep up the line with the dogs.
Might not be the other way around. So thank you very much, and I'll let you. You got all of your certificates, and so thank you for coming up on stage. And I understand that these individuals are quite busy and have actually asked if they could leave the awards ceremony a little bit early because they have very important volunteer schedules ahead of them today. So I understand a number of them will be leaving us early. If they're able to stay, they're welcome to, and to stay seated in the front row. So thank you very much. Another round of applause. Yes, please, yes. So everyone, these guys took the hardest part because they had to set the stage for everyone else. Now everyone else knows you come on this way and go off that way. Thanks very much, you guys. Now that we have recognized the nominees in our Animal Award category, we'll move on to the categories reserved primarily for humans. Moving next to the nominees for Leader and Volunteer Management, this award is sponsored by our title sponsor of our Leadership Awards and one of the founding sponsors of the awards, Suncor Energy. This award recognizes the important and critical work that volunteer managers do in effectively engaging volunteers in the work of their organizations. Each of them is an example of excellence in the management and leadership of volunteers. Again, I'll ask that you hold your applause until everyone is up on stage, and then we can show them our full appreciation. So, without further ado, this year's nominees for the Leader in Volunteer Management Award are Barbara Briggs from the Fig Tree Charitable Foundation, Christy Brose from the Ronald McDonald House, Southern Alberta, Karen Gallagher-Burt, or KGB, from the Distress Centre of Calgary, Lynn Collins from Hull Child and Family Services, Jessica Cope from Calgary Family Service, Wendy Dage from Arby, the team of Beth Espy and Barb Crawford from the Interfaith Food Bank, Renee Fleming from the Calgary Zoological Society, Tammy McCorkle with the Youth Justice Society, Gail Nanima from Youth Link Calgary, Asmin Punja from the Calgary Public Library, and Ora Popescu from Calgary Catholic Immigration Society. Come on up, you guys. I know you're used to moving a lot faster than that. These are some of the hardest working people in Calgary and some of the most committed and dedicated to their profession. They're the professionals that make the volunteer experience special and impactful every day for every volunteer. In their roles, they ensure the time volunteers give has value and meaning, and both to the volunteer and the organizations they support. I should mention that each of our nominees, as you may have noticed, come on out, guys, you gotta get seen. Don't hide behind me. Go. Sorry, I'm not very good at stage direction, obviously. I should mention that each of our nominees do receive a certificate of appreciation for acknowledging their commitment and excellence in their work to providing support and leadership to volunteers. So a round of applause, please, for 2010 nominees. Thanks very much, you guys. I'll let you go get comfortable. You're obviously not comfortable being on stage. So. They're also not used to getting a whole lot of recognition for the work they do either, so we're pushing them out of their comfort zone a little bit. Congratulations, everyone.